You're listening to Culture 360, the podcast that takes you inside the world of workplace and team culture. I'm Stu Savage, your host and guide, as we explore the ideas, people, and stories shaping the way we work, lead, and connect. So please subscribe, sit back, relax, and enjoy culture from every angle. Hello, good people, and welcome back to the Culture 360 podcast, Culture from Every Angle, in association with the Culture Room. I'm your host and founder, Stu Savage. Here we are, episode 8, Everyday Moments, Hidden Beliefs, Lasting Culture, which is the second solo cast. If you didn't catch episode 6 on emotions, then please give it a listen. However, today, I wanted to take a simple idea and show you why it explains almost everything about culture. Because if you truly understand this, you understand people, and in turn can evolve your culture. Culture is not just built through intention, it's built through experiences. Not just your strategy, not just your vision statements, and not just the values printed on the wall. Culture is the sum of what people experience every single day. The science, well, there's real science behind this. In psychology, we know that people construct meaning from experiences in their lives. And when those experiences repeat, they form patterns. Those patterns become beliefs, and those beliefs shape everything that follows. So what we're really looking at is a chain reaction. Experiences create beliefs, beliefs shape values, values drive behaviour, and the behaviours become the culture. And culture drives those actions and results that we're looking for. Think about your own life for a moment. Your parents, your schooling or your education, your environment where you grew up, your friend circle, successes, trauma, relationships, travel, exposure to diversity and diverse ways of thinking. Think about the news that you watch, the social media that you consume, the podcast you listen to, and the algorithms that shape the information that you see. Previously, we spoke about emotions versus logic and how they interact. Beliefs aren't just logical, they are emotional. It can come from fear and identity, pride and belonging, can all anchor beliefs more strongly than facts alone. Authority and trust. People tend to believe sources they trust. Parents, teachers, leaders, experts, influencers. And trust can outweigh evidence in many cases. It also forms our identity and our values. Beliefs often become part of who you are. Political, religious, moral beliefs can tie your identity, making them harder to change. And then think about your stages in life and changes over time. Beliefs evolve. So what you believed at 18 may differ from 30 or 50 due to new experiences, responsibilities, or exposure to different perspectives. It goes beyond that though. Every belief you hold about trust, leadership, failure, success, life, it all comes from experiences. Let me bring this to life. When Satya Nadella took over at Microsoft, the culture was tough, internally competitive, siloed. People didn't feel safe not to know. Now here what's interesting. He didn't start with values. He changed the experience. He modeled curiosity. He admitted when he didn't know, and he encouraged learning. And slowly people experienced something different: openness, safety, curiosity. And from that, a belief formed. It's safe to learn here. And that belief transformed one of the biggest companies in the world, Microsoft. Now bring it close to home. You're in a meeting, you share an idea, and someone shuts it down. Or even worse, they ignore it. What belief gets created in that moment? Don't speak up? Same mechanism, just a different experience. Beliefs also shape values. Here's where it gets subtle. We think we choose our values, but often our beliefs choose them for us. At Pixar, co-founder Ed Catmull understood something that most leaders miss. If people don't feel safe, they won't share ideas. So they created something called brain trust, a room where ideas are challenged. No hierarchy, no ego, just honest feedback. Now imagine you're in that room. Your idea gets picked apart, but you're respected, you're heard, you're safe. What belief does that create? It's safe to share imperfect ideas. And from that belief, a value emerges: creativity, openness, candor. Not because it's written down, but because it's experienced. Values drive behaviour. Now we see behaviour because values don't stay internal, they show up. Take Manchester United under Alex Ferguson some time ago now. One thing was non-negotiable: standards. Doesn't matter who you are, a young Wayne Rooney, a superstar like CR7 Ronaldo, or even an icon like David Beckham wasn't exempt. So what did players experience? High expectation, accountability, consistency. And the belief became, nobody is bigger than the club. That belief shaped values, discipline, work ethic, responsibility. And those values drove behaviour. Players worked harder, players tracked back, players held each other accountable. That's culture. Behaviour becomes culture. Now here's the part leaders need to hear. Culture isn't always intentional. Sometimes it's what you allow or what you ignore. Take early Uber under Travis Kalanick. The experience inside the company was intense. Aggressive targets, win at all costs, internal competition. No one said, let's build a toxic culture, but the experience told people everything they needed to know. Results matter more than behaviour. Winning is everything. And the belief became, it doesn't matter how you win, just win. And from there, the behaviours followed, the culture followed, and eventually the consequences followed. Culture drives results. This is why culture is not soft. It's not a nice to have. It's a need to have. At Microsoft, the culture shift was to innovation. At Manchester United, the culture shift to standards and dominance. At Pixar, the culture shifted to creativity and innovation. And at Uber, it started to break down. No pun intended. Same formula, different experiences, different outcomes. So if you're listening to this and thinking about your team, your organisation, your workplace, your own leadership, or even your own family, here's the question. What are people experiencing because of you? Do they experience safety or fear, curiosity or criticism, trust or control? Because those experiences are shaping beliefs, and those beliefs and values are shaping your culture. Culture isn't just built in workshops. It's built in everyday human moments, the meeting, the conversation, the reaction. And whether you realize it or not, you're creating those moments every single day. So the real question is, what kind of culture are you creating, one experience at a time? This is Culture 360, culture from every angle. I'm Stu Savage. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the Culture 360 podcast, and like me, you geek out on leadership and organisational culture, then please smash a like, subscribe, and share the podcast. Also, if you have any feedback or ideas, or you'd like to get in touch, then please connect with the Culture Room at thecultureroom.co.nz or on our various social media platforms. Thanks for listening.